Yeah, I thought our boys played really well today. You know, we talked about togetherness, trust in each other, and I think today it really showed through. You know, we had to go through some adversity. That's a really well-coached team, a really good defensive team. They challenged us on the offensive end. We really struggled to score, but our defense, we were able to step up there. Chance Allen, Corbin Farnsworth played a great game defensively. Tucker on the backside, and then Cooper grabbing the rebounds.
Another quick start, today, and that kind of led you to where you're at now.
Yeah, we always talk about, when you're the underdog, you got to come out swinging. And, they were the number one team in the state, and we said if we're going to win this game, we got to come out swinging. We came out, we were able to land the first punch, jump out to an early lead, and we just were able to run with it from there.
Talk about your defense today, 35 points in a state final.
Yeah, I mean, we've played great defense all year, I believe. These guys trusted in the game plan. Corbin did a great job on the Niekamp kid. Held him to, it looks like, 13 points, most of that coming in the second half. And then, everybody on the backside, when you play defense against a team like that, you have to play great team defense. Some of that comes from the scout, too. Our coaches did a great job scouting. And I think that these guys going out and executing the game plan was something that made me really proud.
Corbin's defense was solid, but talk about coming out and hitting some shots with Marion really kind of keeping the pressure on Tucker.
Yeah. That's another thing of togetherness. We just trust each other, and these guys know if they work the ball, they can hit step-in shots, and they can all shoot. And we've got these are four of the guys that came to all the shooting stuff all spring that I've talked about multiple times, and these guys can knock down shots, and they believe in each other. And I know that these two here that are able to get to the bucket pretty easy against most teams, those guys shut that down. But then you need your young guys on the outside to hit shots, and they did.
Clearly, you were quicker than they were, and you played like you knew you were quicker than they were, and really used that to your advantage because, that gets in your head after a period of time. And I'm sure you knew that, right?
Yeah, we thought that they had a lot of advantage with their size, but we would be a little bit quicker. We knew that we would have to continue to move, and I think the challenge of guarding an offense like we kind of ran today is you have to continue to move, and you can't stop, and the defense has to guard you the entire 40-second possession or the entire minute-long possession. And then eventually, they take a bad angle, and you're able to use your quickness to get a step, and then if they sink in, you're able to hit a kick-out shot. I think also defensively our quickness came into effect where you saw he was a lot bigger. He was strong, but Corbin was able to move his feet and get in front. And then whenever the ball would get in there, by the time he caught it, he was able to get back between him and the basket and keep him from scoring.
Mason, I know we talked at practice, but things that had to be better today, the free throw shooting, maybe some better three-point percentage. Do you feel like you guys accomplished what you wanted to do as far as making those improvements today?
Yeah, I think we did. We shot really well from the line. Chance here stepped up and he hit foul shots. He must have been just saving them for this game. The outside shooting, we knew we were going to have to hit shots, and we talked about if we could make a few shots early, it would really put pressure on them because they do play a slower pace. So if you can get out to a lead and make them kind of play catch-up, we were in a good position there. And, Corbin stepped up. He hit shots early. Cooper hit shots early. Late when they went on a little run, Jacob Fogel hit a big three for us. Just really proud of the boys.
It did feel like the game was primarily played at your pace as opposed to their pace. How were you able to control the pace of the game, and how important was that?
I think, it's easier to control the pace when you have the lead, and jumping out to that early lead allowed us to control tempo from there on out. We want to play fast. We were able to get out in transition. Not the only way, but one of the easiest ways for us to score on that great defense was to score in transition when we had angles, when we were able to just run out. And then, at the end, we were able to get easy buckets because they had to come out and guard us. They had to come out and chase, and when they're chasing, like you said earlier, our quickness was able to take over.
Coach Matt Childers, 1150 WIMA from Lima. Two things. One, I noticed, is that something, how would you describe your timeouts? I didn't see, when in the timeout, I didn't see you talking to your team much.
Yeah, well, with the extended timeout, I thought that The best plan of action would be, I want them to hear my voice last. So I thought the best plan of action would be, it's a 2-minute timeout. We'll give them the first minute to kind of relax, get their bearings back underneath them, get hydrated, get settled in, and then I'd come in at the end of the timeout and just so they could hear my voice last, I could answer any questions they had, and then they weren't just antsy to get back out on the floor. I think that was easier for us to kind of just hang out a little bit and then come out later.
I was sitting with 2 Hall of Fame coaches that are retired that said we should have done that more often. Like you did. They were joking. They said they shouldn't have talked to their kids so much. The thing that I would be interested to see with your team and your players was when it was 1:54 left in the game, you were up 6, 36-30. They missed 2 free throws, and then all of a sudden with 1:10 left, so with about 40 seconds off the clock, you went from 36-30 to 41-30. How would you describe that sequence?
These guys stepped down and they hit some big shots. We knew that Marion wouldn't just go away. They were going to make shots. They're a great team. They're here for a reason. So you knew they were going to hit shots down the stretch, and they were going to make it a ball game. They were going to be able to get inside and get some offensive rebounds. What we just talked about, we want to limit them to 1 shot. And when you get the board, because they're in panic mode, you're able to get a few leak-out layups, and you're able to get the easy ones that maybe take the pressure off of our foul shooters, get a couple easy buckets, and still run even more time because that clock doesn't stop in high school.
To your 4 players, I want to ask you how long it's going to be before you have any fun with this, because right now you kind of look like deer in the headlights. Did you realize what you've done?
He said the 4 players.
I mean, yeah, we realized what we've done. We game planned it from the start of the year, so we finally did it, so it's amazing.
Still doesn't feel real to us. I mean, it's crazy to be here and actually win.
Yeah, our motto was at the beginning of the year, train to Dayton. Some of us have been here before when we were younger to watch it, and we decided it'd be really cool to get here. So for us to be here and actually win was pretty awesome.
We work so hard, every week preparing for each team, and it feels good just to win every game that we prepare for.
Are any of the 4 of you surprised at the outcome and the way you played today, first time here like this in this situation?
No.
No, not really. I mean, we worked for this, so.
A lot of people work for it, but
Yeah.
doing it and working for it's 2 different things. It was impressive the way you came out and took advantage of the moment, like Coach said. You come out, I heard somebody say you guys came out scoring, firing, and they came out running offense, and that's a key to getting a fast start like this.
Yeah, getting up early, it really plays into advantage later in the game. When you look back on it, you think of how you score each quarter, and if you can score the other team, outscore them at different parts of the game, then you'll come out on top.
Coach, the report I hear is that you played a tough schedule in your area, and Marion did as well. Do you think that tough schedule during the regular season is a big part of the reason that these were the 2 teams here at the end?
Yeah, I think schedule matters. I think, we went and we tried to play some bigger schools, some more physical schools that had been here before. So we were ready for that physicality. We felt last year when we lost in the tournament game, we got pushed around a little bit, and we weren't quite ready for the big stage. So this year, we made sure that we were going out and we were playing some really good teams. One team that handed us 2 of our 3 losses actually won the Class 2A state championship in West Virginia this morning before coming over here. So, we did play a tough schedule, and I think that did prepare us for this moment.
Chance, did you think about wearing 23 today?
No.
All right. You and Tucker, you guys have kind of talked about this being the dream. Or dreaming on this and thinking on this, I mean, this goes for all 4ians, but how does this compare to how you pictured this since you was little?
I mean, just like you said, you dream about it, so when you finally do it, you don't know what to say, and you just kind of have to soak it all in, but it'll hit me later.
It's actually more than I expected, I always thought that winning a state championship would be cool and all, but it's actually way more hype than it is.
I guess this is kind of for everybody up there, but the first state championship coming back to Monroe County, you guys had a packed gym in there. Marion local showed out as well. But just talk to me about what it means to be the first team ever to bring something like this back to that county and that community.
You guys got any thoughts on I mean, I'd say we're just really proud. You know, our community's followed us all year. We've had a great crowd throughout. I mean, I think we sold out Cambridge when we played there in the district final. We were able to sell out Ohio Dominican, I believe, in the regional final. We almost sold out Otterbein in the Final Four game, and then our crowd has followed us throughout. And at all those games, I feel we outnumbered our opponents, you know, by at least 2/3, maybe 3/4 at those places. Our crowd has followed us, and we have a great community. I think we're all really proud to be a part of this community, and, you know, I just, the togetherness it gave us to be around, to see all this support, I'm really proud of the boys, I'm really proud of the community, and, you know, we're really happy.
I'd be interested to know if there's still a Skyview High School.
Skyview Middle School, 1, 2, 3, all went to Skyview Middle School.
A question for all four of the players there. For the seniors, I mean, all year long, it's been Chance Tucker leading this thing. Talk a little bit about, you guys they're focused on you, geared on you, and you had a couple big games from them two boys right there.
Yeah, you know, our sophomores, they've been there for us all year. Our underclassmen, they've really stepped up. You know, when we got in a pinch, you know, they stepped up, hit big shots, they get turnovers, they rebound. We're just very lucky to have them on our team.
I mean, it's not just about all the seniors, it's about everyone as a team. We believe in each other as a whole, so anyone can make a play at any time.